Hey folks, this is Kalani. Welcome back to Legion Beta, where we're going to be looking at the new Transmog system. So, the Transmog system got a huge overhaul, and it's now both the wardrobe system and the Transmog system. So, where can we find this new wardrobe system? It's down in your Collections tab. So, with your mounts, pets, we now have a new tab for appearances. And it's pretty simple. It is actually very simple. It may look like a lot to you right now, but it's really easy to navigate. It's really straightforward. So what we have is all the slots which can be transmogrified, including your head, shoulder, back, chest, shirt, tabard, very nice to see, wrist, hands, waist, legs, feet, weapon and offhand, as well as enchantments for both. And then you have all the items available for each of these slots. So we have the items which I have currently collected and the items which I haven't, and obviously the items that I haven't is quite a lot of the whole, and we can see up at the top we have a counter for each collection. Back seems a little broken because I think there's more than 8 cloaks in the game and it only shows 7 anyway, but we can see I've got 378 available chest skins, and that's not including the ones that share how they look. So we can right click and see which ones do share their look with something else. And for example, if the Drog Stitch chest guard is too difficult to get, we can instead go for the Drog Stitch tunic, which looks the same, just comes from a different source. Speaking of sources, we can filter everything that is shown here. So we can filter them by collected and not collected, so we can happily turn that off if we desired. If we're just looking for stuff to collect what we haven't, we can turn off the things that we've currently got. And then we can also do it by source. So if we don't want boss drops in here because that's too difficult, we can turn that off. If we don't want professions because that's too much of a headache, we can turn that off. So you can happily filter it by however you want. And if you know the name of an item, you can search for it. So let's search for that Drog Stitch. Nope, that's Thick Bristly Hood, which is also Drog Stitch Cowl and Drog Stitch Hood. So you see, works wonders. Now, going through this, you can create yourself an outfit. And to do that, you simply left click and hold control. It brings up the dressing room. Used to this so far, except it's got a new option for outfits. And I've been playing with this for a little while, so we got a few bad outfits, but that's fine. Let's click on New Outfit. One or more item appearances won't be saved in this outfit because they can't be transmogrified by your character. Bear in mind that you can add things to an outfit which you don't currently have. If you tried to then transmogrify that item, it would do its best, it would fill in however many pieces you do have, and you'd probably end up with half an outfit, but it won't give you anything that you don't have, which should be expected. So let's create a new outfit, the newest of new, and we can add things to that by control and left clicking. So we just add it to the dressing room. So let's have that for our face. Bear in mind, you're going to see those eyes floating around. There's an issue with Demon Hunter eyes and horns right now. That's why I don't have horns and the eyes are kind of doing their own thing. But we can go through and we can add different pieces to this new set. So we can add a chest. Let's have that one to show off those shiny tattoos. We'll skip all the way to legs and we'll have, those are the ones we're currently wearing. Let's find something pretty. They're the prettiest ones we've got, and then some nice boots to go with it. And then we can also change our weapons. So for a tanking Demon Hunter, I have access to a few things. Some of these won't work properly because you have limitations for what you can transmog into. So two-handers obviously won't go to a one-hander. Fist weapons, sadly, apparently don't go to fist weapons. I think it's a little different for Demon Hunters because their fist weapon is a glaive, but it's a fist weapon, so it will let me transmog to glaives, so let's play about with glaives. And we can also have an offhand glaive. Let's do the different one, and we can save that outfit. Let's save it. So the only thing missing here would be enchants. Now, enchants seem to be a little different, obviously because you get them from enchanting, and the illusions to change how your enchant looks used to be in the garrison, so you can add these. You can see that swirling around there. Sadly on glaives they don't really look all that amazing, so we'll put another fireball there and we can save that to the outfit again. Now to collect these, we'll start with the enchants because they're a little different. You collect them from enchanting, so you either collect them from their actual source of enchanting, let's try and find one there, Ragnaros and Molten Core, or enchanting will be able to create these Tome of Illusions. Now those tomes will be sellable, they're not bind on pickup, so an enchanter can sell them to other people, and that will unlock a variety of things within that tome. So that's nice. And then for everything else, you simply collect it out in the world. So when you go out, if you're doing a farm run in one of the old raids, when you loot something, it will tell you first whether you have it or not, second whether you can collect it. So if it doesn't have any text on it at all relating to the wardrobe, it's not gonna collect it for your wardrobe. For example, if you're a demon hunter, you use leather, so any cloth, mail or plate you pick up will not be added to your collection. You do need to be on a clothy to collect cloth, on a leather to collect leather, etc, etc, etc. So you can't collect something which you can't wear. Now, when you collect it, it simply goes into your wardrobe. It really is that simple, and you'll find it here. Anything that you collected recently will have a new tag on it. So I believe I collected some swords. No, it doesn't show. I must have logged off by the time. But I have some text saying new, which lets you know which ones you just collected if you just completed a farm run, or if you want to go through and look at all the new things which you haven't seen before. It's a nice way to mark it. Now, if you actually want to change anything, you can't do that in this UI. You need to go to a Transmog Vendor. Now, if you remember back in Mists of Pandaria, we have the Grand Expedition Yak, and when Reforging was removed, they added a Transmog Vendor. So it may be an idea to pick this up, because to change literally anything about your appearance, including hiding your helm and hiding your shoulders, you need to go to a Transmog Vendor. That is now on there, so you can't do that through the interface option anymore. So if you want to hide your helm repeatedly, maybe pick up the Yak. But here we can go through all of our outfits, so newest of new. We can save it, make sure it's all there, and then we can apply it. Bear in mind it still costs you gold to transmog, so I expect this is going to be a very nice gold sink, especially now we can pretty much collect every item in the game and see where it comes from without any external effort. Guessing a lot of people were probably too lazy to do it before, but now you've got the wardrobe and you've got something to complete. So no excuses anymore. Here it will give you a list of all the items which you can currently transmog into, so you can change your item over here. So to shoulders, it doesn't show you obviously what you don't have, it can only show you what you do have, and when it gets to things like weapon, it's going to strictly limit you to what that weapon can be transmogged into. So my weapons can only be transmogged into one-handed axes, one-handed swords, and warglaives at the moment. That is the only thing it will let me do. So if obviously you're curious about your limitations, if you're a Fury Warrior with two-handed weapons and you want to know what you can transmog it into, or you're a Survival Hunter with your new polearm, you want to know what you can transmog it into, this will show you the limitations. So that's nice. It doesn't let you do anything which it won't let you then complete at the end. So you don't get any sense of false hope, I guess. And that is pretty much the Transmog UI right now. That's the new system in place. It's really basic, yet really broad as well. It covers pretty much anything you'd want Transmog to, but also is really accessible for people who may be a little confused with things like Mogit. The only thing that I'm disappointed in it is that you can't sort anything in the collections. You can't sort it at all. It sorts itself, you can filter it, but again you can't sort it. So if you're looking for specific colours, you'll have to go through yourself. If you're looking for specific gear from expansions, you'll need to go through yourself, etc. So that's the Transmog UI, the new system in place, and how it all works. And that probably answers the question of how the hell do I hide my helm and hide my shoulders, because it's no longer in the interface options. So if you have any questions or queries about transmogrifying, or would like to see anything from the beta specifically, leave that down in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Remember to leave a like just below the video before you leave, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching folks, good luck and have fun, and as always, I will see you next time.